Live. News 8's Good Morning Connecticut starts now.
I just want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Michigan.
We have our differences, which you can see when we debate, but I'll tell you what, those differences pale in comparison to what's happening on the Republican side.
There's only one person did well tonight, Donald Trump.
The only way to beat Donald Trump is if we stand together.
Breaking overnight, big wins on the campaign trail for the presidential candidates.
We are breaking down the results from Minnesota, Mississippi, Hawaii, and the state of Idaho.
A lot going on.
Absolutely.
Good morning, everyone. It's 6 o'clock now on your Wednesday morning. Thanks a lot for waking up with us this morning. I'm Laura Hutchinson.
Good morning, Laura. Good morning, everybody. I'm Keith Kuntz. Gil Simmons has this day off, and it is going to be a beautiful day outside. Let's get right over to meteorologist Sam Cantro. Warm, balmy conditions today,
I know, it's funny. I think Gil must be hovering or hiding inside his freezer or something, because later on today, many of us will see temperatures warm enough that maybe not in your house, but in your car, you'll probably be running your air conditioner. Like towns like Danbury, where the temperature is 35 degrees right now, there is some fog. Notice Danbury here. It wasn't as foggy a little while ago. It's going to take a bit of time for this fog to burn off. Now, it's not showing up on our satellite view because of how low those clouds are. But what that means is once it burns off, our temperatures, they are going to go through the roof. And in some spots, we're starting off just around freezing. Colebrook's 32, Milford's 39, in New Milford, a temperature of 37 degrees. By lunch, inland Connecticut up to 65. At the shoreline, we'll be stuck in the 50s. Hey, if you live along the shoreline, the fog will hang on for a while. I'll let you know when it moves out of here when I see you again in about 5 minutes. Let's send it out to Tom Michaels with the traffic update this morning.
Well, Sam, that fog really not causing any problems. A little bit thick, though, in the New London area. That's really the only place we're seeing it on our cameras. In fact, let's take you out to Branford here, where we're moving, approaching Lake Saltonstall. All the construction in New Haven by the Q Bridge and Route 34 has picked up. Fairfield starting to see some extra cars, but not terrible yet here on 95. Same story on the Parkway. Into West Hartford, the construction here at Park Road has picked up. No problems on 91 or Route 2. Check the traffic cams at WTNH.com. Laura and Keith, back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you. We are following breaking news overnight in Vote 2016. The results now in for 4 states collecting votes in the presidential election. You can see them, those states that voted right there. On the Democratic side of the race, an upset in Michigan for the GOP frontrunner Donald Trump, picking up wins in multiple states. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
The hunt is on for delegates.
In the last week, we have won 3 caucuses, and 2 of them were record-breaking turnouts.
Bernie Sanders with the stunner, now adding a major victory in Michigan, a state both Democrats and Republicans courted.
This has been a fantastic night in Michigan.
Sanders already looking ahead to Super Tuesday Part 3, with contests in Florida, Illinois, Ohio, and Missouri. Hillary Clinton, just as excited, easily winning the contest in Mississippi by a wide margin, making it a clean sweep across the Deep South.
I want to be the president for the struggling and the striving.
Clinton walking away a winner last night, earning more delegates than Sanders. On the GOP side, Donald Trump defeating his rivals in Michigan and Mississippi.
Thank you very much, everyone. This was an amazing evening.
Celebrating his big wins at one of his properties in Florida, flanked by Trump water, Trump wine, and Trump steaks, pointing to attempts by his opponents to stop his momentum.
$38 million worth of horrible lies, but that's okay. It shows you how brilliant the public is, because they knew they were lies, and it was just really amazing to watch.
Trump's main rival, Senator Ted Cruz, battling it out for second place in Michigan with John Kasich, while Marco Rubio falling short in the biggest prizes of the night. On the Democratic side, both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders will tackle the issues on stage tonight in Florida at their 8th debate. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
And the White House candidates will now focus their attention on next Tuesday. There will be 691 delegates at stake in 5 states. Both Republican and Democratic primaries will be held in Florida, Illinois, Missouri, North Carolina, and Ohio. In most of those GOP races, the winner in each state will take home all of the delegates instead of them being divided equally among the candidates. Laura?
Your voice, your vote. Coverage of the election results continues straight ahead on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock right here on News 8.
Former First Lady Nancy Reagan will lay in repose today and tomorrow ahead of her funeral on Friday. The former First Lady will be laid to rest next to her husband, former President Ronald Reagan, at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California. First Lady Michelle Obama, as well as former First Lady Hillary Clinton, are expected to attend those funeral services. Nancy Reagan died on Sunday of congestive heart failure at her home in Los Angeles. She was 94.
And we are following breaking news overnight. The producer who brought fame to the Beatles has died. The manager for George Martin confirms that he's died at the age of 90. Ringo Starr tweeted a picture of the band and Martin saying, quote, "Thank you for all of your love and kindness, George. Peace and love." Paul McCartney says Martin was like a second father, and British Prime Minister David Cameron called Martin, quote, "a giant of music." And another story breaking overnight. The man suspected of shooting a pastor in Idaho has been arrested at the White House. The Secret Service agents arrested Kyle Odom after he threw flash drives and other items over a fence surrounding the White House grounds. The 30-year-old Odom is accused of shooting Pastor Tim Remington on Sunday, Keith.
Laura, a Baltimore police officer will have to testify against his colleagues in the death of Freddie Gray. That according to a ruling from the Maryland Court of Appeals. Officer William Porter, whose first trial ended in a hung jury, will have to take the stand in the case of 5 other officers who are charged in Gray's death. Gray died while in police custody in April of last year.
And here's what we're watching this morning. The search continues for the person or persons responsible for stealing an AR-15 assault rifle and bulletproof vest from a locked state police cruiser. Police told News 8 that someone broke into a state trooper's vehicle parked on his property in Milford. The AR-15 was in a locked vault in the trunk. The thieves were able to get into the car and found the vault key in a gym bag.
We know that there's a high-powered weapon out there, and then we can all assume it's in the wrong hands. So we're certainly, we're concerned.
Police officials say the thieves tossed the gun bag and ammo on a nearby lawn before getting away in a stolen car. Police say that they are looking for a 2015 green Ford Fusion now with Vermont license plates GHK528.
6:07 on a Wednesday morning, and the results are in, and there will not be an independent police force in Montville. Montville's town council had been working to create an independent force for a brand new facility with nearly 3,000 square feet of unused space. Well, voters decided against that idea, showing with the votes that they want to stick with a resident state trooper who will run the police department.
And Governor Malloy is asking state lawmakers to come up with ideas now on how to cut down this year's budget deficit. Legislative leaders are expected to return their ideas to Governor Malloy by Monday. Malloy's offered up some of his own ideas, including cutting non-education aid to cities and towns by $20 million. This fiscal year, which ends June 30th, is estimated to be in a deficit by at least $220 million.
Well, Gil has the morning off. Sam Cantro is here, and he's going to put a lot of smiles on folks' faces today,
That
right?
is for sure, Keith. Now, it is a little foggy outside this morning, so for the kids at the bus stop, we could see some patchy fog, especially for those of us who are along the shoreline. Flip these temperatures around, by the way. The coolest spots will actually be inland. The shoreline likely to see temperatures around 43 or 44 degrees. And then by the time we head towards recess, well, your son or daughter probably will not be wearing a jacket if they are inland today at school, because the temperature will be just around 65 degrees. It'll be a little bit cloudy and a little bit cool at the shoreline. You want to try and stop them from catching a cold. You might want to have them wear a light jacket. 56 is the temperature during that time frame. And then we just continue to go up and up through the afternoon. We'll talk more about the rise in temperatures when we see you again in just a bit. Tom Michaels, what's happening on those roads?
Well, Sam, one of those mornings where we almost don't want to jinx things. It is very quiet out there. Fog mainly in southeastern Connecticut. Most of the state, it's really not affecting you too much. In fact, let's show you Long Wharf here. Pretty clear at exit 46 in New Haven, both weather-wise as well as volume-wise. No problems on 91. Fairfield starting to see a little bit more volume. Not a heavy stop and go yet. Same story on the Parkway. And in Waterbury, adding a few extra cars, but you're still moving. Check the traffic cams at WTNH.com. Laura and Keith, back to you.
Tom, thank you. As we all know, prescription medications can be extremely expensive, but perhaps they don't have to be. We've got you back this morning with some things to talk to your doctor about to lower your costs.
Plus, it's an easy way to put some extra change back in your pocket. We're talking about the recycling refund program. Could it soon be coming to an end? That's ahead.
And Eagle Watch. It's going to be a great day to get outdoors, experience the beauty of Mother Nature. We've got you back this morning with where you can go to see some truly majestic birds after this.